What's up with the YouTube? It's your boy Onio and I'm back with another video. Hey man, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel right now. Right now, man. And let the ads play, man. Let the ads play so your boy can get this revenue, man. Hey, if you're out here like this, man, you don't need to be out here. But you see the caption. I'm finna get into the video, man. Leave a thumbs up on the video. Yes, sir.
Cuffing her children, starving them, and holding them captive in a laundry room are set to be brought back to Harris County tomorrow.
Zakia Duncan and Jova Terrell were found in Baton Rouge after an Amber.
Hey, you heard that right. This woman held her kids captive. How you hold your own kid captive, man? How you do that? Hey, it finna get worse.
Alert was issued in Texas. Matt Doherty in Cyprus tonight with the video of the teen twins starving and begging for help. We want to alert you, the images you're about to see are difficult to watch. Matt?
Nobody could have imagined what was allegedly happening inside of this home. The kids who escaped described a life that is truly a nightmare. It's close to 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Home surveillance cameras show this pair of...
Now, y'all looking at the picture right now. I know y'all see that figure and you see another figure. But that's a boy and a girl, y'all. That's a boy and a girl. You can't tell, can it? I know. When I first seen the video, man, I thought it was two boys. I thought it was two teenage boys, man. Listen. Let's go and get into the video. I ain't gonna spoil it for y'all, man. Watch the video all the way through.
16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, who have just escaped. They spent more than half an hour going door to door, desperately seeking help.
You need some help?
Yes. It's not the same, please.
What's wrong with you? What? What happened?
Please, we just need somewhere to be right now.
No, we can't do that.
Unsure of the circumstances, nearly...
They couldn't make it clear because they was malnutrition. So they didn't know what to say. They couldn't think right. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But he could have talked to them a little bit more to see really what they had going on, because they was really trying to get in the house to get out of sight in case their parents rolled up and seen them before they can say what they need to say and tell what they need to tell. So they was trying to get on the inside. They wasn't trying to harm nobody. One that didn't have a shirt on. He had on joggers. The other had a hoodie on with some joggers. You'll be able to see a pistol hanging or any type of weapon. These folks just didn't want to help these kids because they were scared. They didn't know if there was a setup, because there's a lot of crooked stuff going on in the world. Y'all know that, man. But sometimes when you got cameras, man, you talking to them through the camera, you know, tell them to raise a hand up, you know, and see what's going on with them, because you could have been the person, you could have been a hero that night, but instead you turned down these kids that actually needed help.
All of the neighbors told the twins to keep moving. At about 5:30, the temperature was in the 50s.
It was exactly 5:27 in the morning when I heard the doorbell ring.
A single mother at home with her daughter was the first and only person to open the door.
I just knew they were kids right away, so I quickly opened the door. I told them to come in, and I quickly shut the door and I locked it.
The woman, who asked that we not use her name or show her face, says she led the twins to her kitchen.
I sat them down, I brought them blankets, covered them up, and the first thing the little boy said was, "We're starving." Basically, we're saying
Hey, shout out to this woman for being a hero, man. Shout out to this woman for being a hero.
"Hungry, are you gonna give me something to eat?"
Looking at the 16-year-olds, it was obvious. After getting them something to eat, she started asking questions.
When the little girl was here standing, she was visibly shaking and was showing me her handcuffs. It would say, "We just broke out of the..."
Why in the HE, you know the rest, do these kids gotta break away from home, man, to get away from home? You gotta stay tuned, because you gotta hear this story. You gotta listen to this story now. I'm finna let it play mostly through the video, but I am gonna stop it and I am gonna talk on certain parts, man. So bear with me, because it should be no parents out here like this. They tripping on Jeffrey Dahmer, right? They tripping on Jeffrey Dahmer about him eating people and cutting them up. But you got these kids' parents holding them hostage, locked up, zip tied, handcuffed for weeks at a time, y'all. Not going to school or nothing.
They told me that their mom kept them locked in a laundry room, naked, zip-tied from the ankles, and handcuffed from the wrist. They said we would pee and poop on ourselves. And they said when we needed to bathe, the mom would let them use the dirty mop water to bathe. They didn't get a bath. They got dirty water.
It turned out Zakiah Duncan had been arrested for child.
Remember this face, y'all. Remember this face, because at the end of the day, look at her. She ain't dirty. She ain't look like she being held hostage. But what was the reason? I really want to know the reason why she had these kids trapped in the lunchroom, and whoever else was dealing with her coming over there couldn't smell them. They couldn't smell them. They couldn't talk. They gonna get to the point why they couldn't say nothing. If they would talk, this would happen to them, y'all. Just listen.
In the past in Louisiana. Court documents show her children were removed from the home back in 2012. We asked Louisiana's Department of Children and Family Services why the kids were returned, but they told us state law prevents the agency from even acknowledging an investigation.
How can a mother do this to their kid?
You heard the bro said we starving. Like they hungry. They hungry. They finna tell you how long they been without food. Hey, what that is on the porch, man? What's that right there? I don't know. Look kind of scared though. I would have been scared to walk up on that porch.
It's not a hoax. It's not a hoax. This isn't kids pulling a prank because we're near Halloween. Can you imagine 5:30 in the morning, someone's banging on your door, you look out and you see these kids, barely dressed, abused, obviously, starving. Look at that kid's wrists. Look at how long cuffs were cutting into that kid's wrists. If not...
Now, they're supposed to be coming from somebody that love you. These kids gonna be traumatized. They ain't gonna trust nobody. They gonna be scared to be around people. They gonna need therapy. They gonna need counseling for this type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna mess with them mentally. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna really dig deep within these kids' brain that they was treated like this by their parent, well, by their mother. I don't think their dad was around. But come on, man, we can't be out here doing this, man. Can't be out here doing this. Spank them on the ass for doing wrong, but torturing your kids? You gonna torture your child? You gonna starve your child? Really? Come on, man.
For this good neighbor, and these kids have been knocked on doors. Yes, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. That's very early. But nobody else answered. She did. She has a 10-year-old daughter. Her daughter saw these kids and what they were going through. She couldn't believe they were 16, and neither could I when I saw the pictures. Neither will you when you look at them up close. This good neighbor joins us now. Now, when you see her, she wants to stay kind of blurred because she's afraid of this situation. This is scary. Who knows what happens going forward? And she wants to keep the focus on the kids. I respect it. Thank you very much for talking to us.
No, thank you. Thank you for respecting that.
Now, what did you think when you looked out your door at 5:30 in the morning?
I was honestly terrified because I didn't know what to expect on the other side of the door. But as soon as I heard their little voices, I knew something was going on and it wasn't good.
When you started to look at them and saw, I mean, you're a nurse, you know what injuries look like, you know what pain over time looks like. What did you make of it?
Yeah, there's a lot of shock going on in my mind and, to the whole reaction. So it was just a really hard situation seeing them.
And the kids were telling you a story that had to be hard to believe. Did they describe it like, was it just one of their parents? Was it just the mom? Was it just the boy, the boyfriend? Did they give you any description of who was hurting them?
The only person they mentioned hurting them was the mom. And I didn't ask details
right.
further than that, but they said my mom kept me in handcuffs. We just broke out of them, is the first thing she told me whenever she walked through the door with her brother.
Did they give you any sense of how long this had been going on?
They did not, no, and I didn't ask them. But you could tell by their scars, their bruises, just looking at them, you knew they had been going through this for a long time. I mean, there was no way that just happened overnight. It had happened for a while.
And you were shocked at how hungry they were, right?
I was. I really was. They did say that they hadn't eaten in a week. A week, they said.
And they said that the parent only fed them if they kept absolutely quiet all day or something like that?
Correct. Yes.
So the kids going through pain. They using it on themselves. They had to take baths in mop water, and they can't say nothing, or they won't eat. If they make any noise, they won't eat. So somebody can be over there and they'll be scared to say anything because they probably already hadn't eaten. But you can't be out here treating your kids like that, man. Starving your kids, torturing your kids, making your kids go through things that you wouldn't go through, you wouldn't want to go through. Don't do that.
You have a 10-year-old. This must have been really something for that kid to see and to understand. What did you tell her?
It was a hard conversation. We did talk about it. We discussed what happened, and there was a lot of questions. A lot of the questions that I couldn't answer for her, because the same thing was going through my mind. Why would this mother do this? Why?
And there are other kids, and they explained to you that there was another set of twins, and that only those twins and they were treated as harshly, having to sleep in the laundry room or in a closet, being kept naked, no bathroom, having to soil themselves. Is that how they explained it?
They did. Yeah, they said that they were locked in the laundry room, and they had two twin brothers that also would sleep in the restroom. They said they didn't.
Y'all see what they say? Parents spray oven cleaner in the children's mouth. What you trying to do? Kill them? What you trying to do? Take them out? What you trying to do? I don't know, man.
They weren't treated as bad as them, but they were still treated badly. But yeah, they described the horrific of them being handcuffed in a laundry room in one position, naked, and zip tied from the ankles.
I know you took the pictures because you didn't want anything to be missed, and that you want to do this interview just to make sure that attention stays on them. We know they're in the hospital. We will stay on the case. The parents, the mother's in custody, the boyfriend's in custody.
Parents beat children with extension cord. I can speak on that, but I'm not. But yeah.
They believe they have the kids accounted for except for one who's an adult. And we will stay on it, I promise you that. And thank you so much for what you did for these kids.
Yes, please don't let this die, and continue to bring awareness, because this should have never happened, and I don't want any other kid to go through this again.
So y'all, drop down in the comment section, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. Let's elaborate on the subject, man. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel like no child should be treated this way. I don't feel like no person should be treated this way. I don't feel like no animal should be treated this way. It's just beyond me, y'all. It's beyond me. It's real sickening. And for her to be the mother and have a boyfriend and have 4 kids, 2 sets of twins, and to beat them, lock them up, starve them, probably get government assistance too, but at the end of the day, they need to throw her away. Don't never let her out again. She don't need to be in society. But yeah, that's what I think. And y'all already know, man. We gotta stick together. We can't keep treating each other bad. I mean, it's sad. But it's your boy Onio, man. That's the end of the video, man. And I'm checking out.